Absolutely. AI is going to be able to make and write code faster than most of us because, heck, it can type faster than us. That's just a fact. But we do bring certain skill sets and certain things to the table that an AI agent of any sort just won't be able to compare to. Sure, they may be able to write better syntax, they may be able to help with design, they may be able to help with security, various things like that. But when it comes down to communication, when it comes down to implementation, when it comes down to logical thinking, that's where you're going to have an advantage over that tool or that resource that you may be using. But if you're allowing the author or the output of that tool to dictate how you feel because you're comparing yourself to it, you're not setting yourself up for success. So be very, very careful when you are comparing yourself to someone else. Ultimately, what you want to do is use that person as a resource that you can leverage to give you a technical explanation or to provide clarity on a topic or a feature or whatever it is that you may not be sure of. Don't use that person as the person that you should be living up to. You don't want to find yourself comparing yourself and living up to someone else at all. If I were to compare myself to a senior engineer that's been coding for 30, 40 years, they help author the initial programming languages. There's no way that you're going to be able to compare to that individual. They were early adopter. They have more experience than you. Heck, they've probably been programming longer than you've been living in most instances. However, you've got to be confident enough to know that you bring different skill sets to the table, and you also bring something that they don't necessarily have to the table, whether it be your willingness to change, whether it be your willingness to adapt new technology, whether it be your willingness to learn and pick up on new concepts that someone that's been doing this for years and years on end with so much experience, they may be a little more reluctant because they may feel as if, hey, I've been doing this longer than this technology has been out. I'm going to be a lot more skeptical on adapting it, wherein you may be open minded and a lot more willingness to embrace it and pick up on something new. That's going to be your advantage to an employer versus theirs.